issues that concern achieving and optimizing your health. My name is Judy Feldhausen, and I'm joined today with Chris Burgess from AffiliFit. I've been involved in cardiovascular health for a decade, hard to believe, but recently I expanded to not only gut health, but finding the really root cause of disease. And my practice, the Cardio Wellness Group, uses ancient technologies and modern science to help you optimize your health. We focus on increasing your energy, mental clarity, and well being using our tri level approach of meals, mind, and movement. When it comes to my business, I really like to create programs and new ideas to help our clients. And really, that's where Christopher Burgess comes in. Christopher, Chris, you have an amazing story, an amazing journey from where you were a decade ago to exciting things that are happening in your business right now. But share with us kind of what started that journey for you.
Man, so really what started was I was just tired of being obese. And I was finally exposed to why the majority of my family was dying left and right at a certain age. And that was due to just obesity, which, most people's number one thing they want to do to battle their overweightness is to exercise, which exercise is vital. Okay. We all need to exercise. But the most important thing, definitively, is going to be your diet. And so my journey started because I worked out like a madman. I was well over 300 pounds. I was a college defensive lineman and, power lifter, the whole 9 yards. So if working out was it, I should have been skinny as a rail. But it was the diet portion. So what changed my life was I met a bodybuilder in the gym, and his physique was phenomenal. And I went in, basically asked him, how do I get there? And he asked to see my meal plan. And I was like, meal plan? I just eat. Whenever I'm hungry, I just eat all the time. And he's like, how many grams of protein are you eating? And I'm not going to go into that much detail, but I realized that I knew nothing when it came to health. And so during that transformation, as well as another one, I've lost well over 100 pounds through two different weight loss transformations. And the vast majority of that is going to come down to my diet and my sleep. Diet and sleep. And you can't really start these two, so I want to integrate this as well. You got to go to your doctor. That's what I didn't do my first time. And I battled some issues that I didn't know were issues until my second time around when I went to the doctor and I did blood work. And I even did the allergen test and a lot of stuff that you do, Judy. I went and actually got that looked at, and it was just mind blowing how much faster I was able to lose my weight the second time around through the second transformation than the first one, just because I was educated. And I called my doctor a mentor in that sense, because I was able to call and ask questions, and especially being able to look at blood work. It wasn't an opinion at that point. Because a lot of personal trainers, myself included, have been training people almost a decade. That has come from educated guesses from similar use cases. So it's a little technical language, but when I look at you, chances are you have the same body type and lifestyle as somebody else I've trained at this point. And so the educated guess can get me far, but man, we can move mountains if I have data to look at, especially with that from a doctor that is holistic. So not just your primary care.
Yeah, you're so true. I say your life story is in your blood. And when you can look at those markers in a different way, different than what most doctors look at. I mean, they look at a generalized marker, oh, you don't have this disease, or you do have a disease. But if you can look at it, as you said, holistically, and really determine maybe what your body is lacking, maybe what your body is getting too much of, and then make those adjustments through your diet, it makes just such a difference.
Yes, it does. And you can, so if you're a competitive individual like myself, I compete with everybody. If we're sitting there having a conversation, you talk about something like, man, I wish I could have done something like better than that. It's just who I am. So if you are competitive, if you go out there and just get your blood work done, I know it's an extra expense, But I promise you, it's far more expensive with the time you're going to waste trying to figure that out on your own. And you can make a transformation. I'll give you my word, twice as fast as somebody else who's going into it blind, just by going in and getting help. And so, if you really want to make a transformation, seek guidance, even in business. So, talking about Affiliate and how I've scaled this far, I started on my own. I raised money door knocking, and people love that story. They asked me to tell it. But now that I'm farther along in business, I mean, and we're at quite an evaluation now, it is we move faster in 2 weeks through advisors and board members and coaches than we did an entire 2 years with Affiliate, just because I was just shooting in the wind. This is where hard work is valuable, but you do need to work smarter, not harder. And it doesn't always have to be your intelligence. You can seek guidance. The true intelligence is acknowledging what you don't know. So go to your physician when it comes to your health or whatever that is in your life, whatever goal you're trying to achieve. I strongly consider seeking guidance from those who have done it. And chances are your normal primary care physician has no idea how to treat, or not even treat. They know how to treat a symptom once it arises, or they know how to treat you when you're sick. But chances are they don't know how to prevent those measures in a long-term scale and a livable lifestyle. So that's one thing I really loved about Judy when we first got connected. It was really her lifestyle routines, her accommodations, the way that she integrates into your life. It's not like most of them have this boiler template, and it's like, you got to follow this. And it's this, what I call a plug and play meal plan, which I strongly disagree with when it comes to workouts too, because we're human. We are so different. And so seek guidance and go to somebody who's going to customize and personalize to your lifestyle, because changing everything about you all at once is almost impossible, even for me. That's why I had to do 2 transformations because I didn't learn my lesson the first time.
That's so true. And you really did learn the lesson, because now you developed this app called Affiliate, and it's more than just a workout, right?
Yes, yes. So in the Affiliate app, we can automate your meal planning all the way down to the calorie. So all the way down to the calorie from your chosen meal plan type, 12 meal plan types and counting. And then from there, once that's either we automate it or we assist you, we highly recommend you creating a couple of your own recipes, and then we'll help you automate dinner and so forth. But we also automate the grocery prep with that. So within 5 minutes, you can automate your meal planning for the whole week. I recommend 3 days, but you can do the whole week if you'd like. And then the workout portion, we have a training studio full of a plethora of workouts that you can follow along to, either video, GIF, or you can even create your own. And with all of this being said, you can share all recipes. So we are now a full-fledged social media, I'm excited to announce. So you can share recipes with your friends and family. You can follow the same meal plans, and you can also share and follow the same workouts, which is cool when you have a friend or a workout buddy, and even a spouse. And it's where we reward you with products, promotions, and services from the helpful members in our community, just like that of Judy. So Judy is definitely swinging for the fences. She's by far the most creative when it comes to rewards. She's giving away, I'm going to let you go look at some of the other stuff she's giving away, but I'll mention one today, and that's going to be her short-term rental. So she's giving you a percentage off of her short-term rental out in Florida. So if you're looking to go and you're looking to travel and you're looking to just have a good night's stay, you can even get a discount by simply exercising and living a healthy lifestyle.
Well, and that's so true, because Chris, we've talked a lot about, yes, it's working out, and yes, it's food, but you have to engage the mind too. And I like to say it's just not food and physical; it's also fun, and you have to enjoy your life. I mean, you've got a wonderful family, you've got a daughter who's having a birthday. You're enjoying your life, not just working all the time and not just working out all the time. And those rewards, the way you reward yourself is personal, but it is also necessary. Wouldn't you agree?
It is very necessary. You can't pound the pavement 24/7 every day. One, it's just not scalable mentally. You will burn out. And I ran it for 2 straight years, almost 3 straight years. I'm talking morning till night. And that's zero exaggeration, 7 days a week. Everything in my life troubled from that point, every single line item. And then I started doing these little rewards. So I love watches. I am obsessed with them. So it's just little things, I noticed as a kid. And so that's my reward at a long term distance. And I even thought that was the solution. I was like, okay, if I hit this milestone in my business and my life, I'll always integrate the two. I don't separate them at all. And so I got to where even 6 months to a year, that was too long to wait to reward myself. And so I said, okay, what are some little things that I can do? And with me, I didn't want to crash my diet. I just didn't want to crash it. And so I started looking for little things in between, like massages. Okay, I can go get a couples massage for me and my wife if I hit this goal. And then it even narrowed down to even smaller things than that. Like, I want to get a new air fryer. It doesn't have to be a really nice watch, just little things like that. And I've always done those types of rewards for myself. And I've always recommended that to clients I've trained. So you'd be amazed about, like, even lawn care services. Some people, that's a reward. Not just getting their lawn cut, but hey, they want an extra couple flowers in the yard. Which flowers, if you don't know, they can be really expensive, but under $15, you can get a nice little set of pretty flowers. And so I've even done that with people. Like, hey, you know what? I'll go with you to Home Depot. I'll come help you plant them. There's little things that motivate people. And if you don't reward yourself along the way with something, it has to be something. You have to have that dopamine spike, and you got to get away from the dopamine spike of this monster right here, because it is true. Get bored, look up dopamine studies with your phone and social media and so forth. Replace that now. Professionally, when you're doing research, and I would consider this networking, that's way different than just watching mind rot videos that do you no good.
Right.
But yes, replace those, earn rewards, and reward yourself. And just know that you keep your eye on the prize. And we all have hard days, and the rewards are there to help you through some of those hard days, as well as to make those good days just a little bit better.
That's so true, and that's why I decided to include the short-term rental in the rewards, because sometimes you just have to kick back and get those real life experiences. My it's a little house, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, just a little house, but it's on water. So many of my guests love to sit on the lanai and just watch the wildlife back there, and the turtles. Although you have to watch where you're walking. My husband just twisted his ankle on in a turtle nest. So and I believe in natural and whole. That's where the word holistic comes from. So being able to have those real life experiences, and to sometimes to remove oneself from daily living, so that you can re-energize. And so much, that's where my my great ideas come from, is when I'm not focusing on having the idea, but when my mind is just free and can make maybe connections that aren't obvious, but come up when your mind is open.
Yes, and I love that. And whenever you first brought up the short-term rental to me, and especially how much you were giving off of the short-term rental, I lost it. I just thought that was so neat, because there's one thing I didn't mention. When you take a break and when you reward yourself, you do 100% of that. So don't take a little break and you're still half working. No, take a break. You're 100% taking a break. And then if you can go to the Airbnb or the short-term rental that Judy has, I plan to take that time to take the break and reward yourself. Let everybody know ahead of time. I promise you, it's so worth it. Hey, I'm going to be gone. Put the automated email in and put that phone down. Put that sucker down, and man, just really enjoy it. Especially a view like that. I'm about tired of looking at cow fields. I might have to go out there.
Well, I'm going to come to Texas soon and visit you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Chris, is there anything else that you would like to add before we say goodbye today?
You know what? Yes, I've had something heavy on my heart, and it's kind of way off topic. But you give me a chance, so I'm going to do it. You matter. All of you matter. If you have just any thought that you don't whatsoever, you call somebody. You call me. You message me through my profile, and I truly mean that. We're getting through June. Just you matter, no matter what it is. That's it.
That is so true. That is so true. And my phone is always open also. So please reach out. If it's not someone you know, um, maybe it's someone that needs to have an independent ear. And so if Chris and I could be that for you, we would love to do that.
Yes. Okay, Judy. Always a pleasure. I look forward to the next one.
Thank you, Chris. You take care.
You too.
Food plans, and you wanted to add one more thing.
Yes, and so that's where I bragged on you. If a little bit of that came through while we were glitching in and out of StreamYard. But we have the AF rewards. So Affiliate Fit rewards.